I'm Kristi Gustafson Barlette with the Times Union and timesunion.com, and welcome to 20 Things Plus, where each week we catch up with somebody who was previously featured on the Times Union's 20 Things You Don't Know About Me. This week we're going to be joined by Angelo Mazzone. Many of you know that name because he is the founder of Mazzone Hospitality. Currently their portfolio consists of about 9 exclusive venues. Of course, they have their off-premise catering division, and I think they have about 15 business dining locations, with I think maybe 11 up and operating, but we'll get some hard numbers from Angelo in a bit when we talk with him. Hi, Angelo, welcome.
Well, it's great to be here, Kristi.
Thank you so much for joining us. So your 20 Things, your original one, was so much fun. I still love the pictures and they still make me laugh. And one of my favorite things was you had talked about Disney. So we're going to start with updating 2 of your original things, one of them being your love of Disney. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I started, I fell in love with Disney probably 35 years ago. It was my first trip to Disney. I was just starting out at Glenn Sanders, and I just totally fell in love with the hospitality, the cleanliness, the way people treated you. It just, for some reason, at my age, it was incredible.
So you were what, probably in your 30s at that time, right?
About 30, yeah, 35.
Okay.
No, maybe less.
Well, 5 years ago, right? All right, so now show us a little bit about this room you're sitting in, because this is impressive and this is your Disney room. So can you spin your computer for me?
Yeah, well, first of all, I just wanted to show everybody. Can you see this? This was my first thing I got at Disney when I went for the first time. And I kind of lived by this motto. On the back of this plate and above my office wall, above my desk, there's a saying. And it just hit me really good when after growing our business to where it was, and Walt's quote was this: "I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it all started with a mouse." That's awesome. I kind of look at that and say, we all started with 3 employees in downtown Schenectady, and we've built this crazy big company. But now I'm going to give you the tour. Okay. How's that?
I want the tour. I need to see that watch. Oh, you have 2 watch clocks. Those are amazing.
And I'm going to come in the door so you get the full effect. Okay.
You'll have to turn it around.
So every time you come in, the song goes on.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. This is very cool. Oh, wow. Angelo, who does all of this? Angelo.
And these are the cases.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm hoping you have somebody who cleans for you, because that's a lot of dusting and a lot of cleaning.
That's the tour and the song.
That's amazing. I love it. My children want to come in there and touch and probably break every single thing in the room.
So I started collecting all of this.
Next one. This is interesting because I know originally you had talked about, I think, having more than 1,000 employees, right? Yes. And I know the business has evolved, obviously, over the years. Your role has evolved. And of course, right now, things are a little different too, because there aren't massive weddings, there aren't as many big events. So where are you right now, kind of with number of venues, employees, and that kind of thing?
Well, as far as, we were bought out by a huge company that was really a godsend when I look at it right now, because we probably wouldn't have been able to survive this COVID thing. We've lost approximately $14 million in weddings and catered events during the COVID period, which is, it's just out, crazy to me. And we went from last year at this time, we had 1,000 people working. And this year we have 150 people working. So it really hit us hard. Catering is relatively dead at this point. We've been doing some small parties for 50 people. We've been doing beautiful parties for 50, but you need pretty much the same general manager, chef, cook, banquet manager, and then a few extra wait staff to do a party for 200. So we still have all the same costs. So it's really tough to make money when you're doing that.
Well, and I saw the email I think I got yesterday. I think it was from Glenn Sanders, right? They're doing that little event where you can have 10 people and
Yeah,
you have the 4-course dinner and the drinks, and then you stay overnight and the s'mores by the fire.
yeah.
So
It's
it
like a
sounds like
friends
your team
package. We call it the friends
reinvented.
package.
I'm sorry, what?
We call it the friends package, where you can get a group of friends to come in, stay in the hotel, have dinner, sit outside by the fire. People just want to get away, and it's just an easy place to get away to. And it's just sitting there pretty much empty, so you pretty much have the whole building.
And it is nice to see how businesses are trying to kind of come up with creative ideas, both so that a customer can have a different enjoyable experience, but also so that the business can keep up and running. Because like you said, this is just really an impossible time for.
It's really is impossible. The other thing that, you know, when I sold our company, the only thing I didn't sell was Saratoga National. And we had a pretty good season this year because we recreated the clubhouse on the patio at National.
Oh,
We put
very
in
cool.
all these TVs, and, you know, and we pretty much sold out every day.
Well, that actually transitions us nicely into one of your new things, your first new thing, because it's about golf. And of course, I know Saratoga National is a great place to host weddings. I've been to weddings
Right.
there, but I've also golfed there, and that's a beautiful golf course. And it looks like you were trying to work on your golf game a little bit, right, during the shutdown.
I bought a simulator, and I have it up in my house, and I bring it outside when we need to, and I bring it inside. Um, I've been trying to work on my golf game for as long as I've been a Disney fan. So 35 years,
So 35 years.
right? My, my handicap hasn't really moved a lot. It's, between 25, and I think I got it down to a 23. But when I go out, I just love going out and doing it. And maybe I always say next summer I'm going to do it. Next summer I'm going to do it. So we'll see. Maybe next summer I'll be able to do it.
But here's the thing, with a handicap like that, and I will say mine's worse, so I'm definitely not insulting the 25,
Right.
but with the 25, people sometimes like to have you on their team during scrambles and things like that because they get
Yeah.
strokes when they have a golfer like that on the team.
Yep. And you can have a good day, and you can win sometimes you have good days, and most of the times you don't, but you could get lucky and have a good day and have a great golf game.
And what do you need to work on? I'm guessing it's your short game, right? Because that's what kills everybody.
My short game's pretty good. It's the drive. If I had a longer drive and figured out that, I think I'd be better.
I'll trade you my drive for your short game because my drives are good, my short game is not. All right, very cool. Now let's move on to the next new thing about you. So this is interesting, especially at this time. You talked a little bit about, obviously, many of us know how you had that huge sale for the company. So people naturally think you're retired. I think I even asked you at one point, are you retired or what exactly are you doing? So what is life like now, save for the pandemic, but in general for you since you had made the sale?
Well, one of the things is that we sold all the restaurants except Saratoga National. So my days have gotten a little shorter. I'm usually in before 7. And before, when we owned all the restaurants, I really didn't get home until 9 or 10 because I wanted to be in every restaurant every night. So not having the restaurants, I usually get home around 6 or 7. So it's like half a day as far as I'm concerned. And I've made a point of taking off every Sunday. But our company is still as strong as it is when I was in it. We have people that are part of our management team at this point that my nephew, Sean, who's pretty much ahead of all catering and events, he started with me when he was 14. He's 41. Mark DeLoss, who's came to work for me right out of culinary, he's been with me 31 years, and he's in charge of all culinary. So all the cooking and making sure we're getting things out the way it's supposed to be. Justine, who's now our new head of administration, she started working for me when she was 16. She was our HR director, and now she's in charge of all administration, IT, marketing. So these people have been around me the whole time. So they're like well-trained and well-versed in what to do. And the big question they ask themselves is, what did Angelo do? What would Angelo do? I said, ask the question.
Right.
So they're going to be fine. I'm going to try to take off a month or 2 over the winter and then come back as I need, but that'll be the first time I've done that.
Are you going to try to visit Disney in that month or 2 off?
We are going to Disney in November for my birthday with the whole family.
Well, that's nice.
Like
I
we
wonder-
saw the picture previously with the balloons. That was my birthday too. So usually I get there every year for my birthday.
That's very cool. It'll be a different kind of year, but it also might be nice because it probably won't be as crowded as it usually is.
Right. It's also the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, so it's a great time to go for me.
Isn't this an anniversary year for Epcot?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
I don't know what anniversary, but I remember it's an anniversary year.
I don't either, but I know it was an anniversary.
Okay, then I don't feel as bad if the Disney guru doesn't know. All right, now we're going to move on to your third one. And I like this because it's about how you've kind of moved on with your technology.
Yes.
So you moved, here's the thing, you moved from a desktop to a laptop, but you just, so that's what you were carrying around the room to give us the tour of your office there?
That's my laptop.
What made you make the change, and do you like it or do you feel crunched?
I had a huge screen, as you can see in the picture, and there was always a lot of things going on that screen, but these are so much more, I like the laptop when I'm walking around and doing things that I can just open it up and do it, but I still prefer my desktop.
Well, and I know you had said that this was your first Zoom call when you joined us today that you didn't get help with. And you were even on time and everything. That's impressive.
I got really nervous
to get used to Zoom?
when this thing started, right before it started, because I couldn't find the email from Jessica. So I said, "Oh, now what am I going to do?" So I tried to call your cell phone and you didn't answer. I go, "Oh, maybe." Well, let me go to I opened my Google Calendar for the first time because it's usually on my computers and stuff, and you just open it up and got the thing and logged in. I was pretty proud of myself.
Well, that's impressive. And just so that people who are listening know, Jessica is Jessica Marshall, our super producer. And you know what? I shut my ringer off because it always rings during these calls. So I didn't hear your call. Well, it's
fine.
good.
I'm here. I'm here, right? There's a lot of changes. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but there's so many changes that's happened over the last 35 or 40 years. We used to work with a pad and pencil. Now you wouldn't go anywhere without a laptop or your phone.
Well, it is. And I notice, I do know when I text you, you typically text back quickly. So you seem to be, tech savvy. So that's good.
I am definitely tech savvy. Yeah, you have to be. And, even emails on my phone. In our business, you're getting them all day. I'm getting people calling me, text me. I probably get 10 or 15 texts a day about a reservation or somebody needs something. So it's a real good way for people to get a hold of me.
Well, and it's nice. It's nice that they, that they know that you and, like you said, your staff are all accessible and right. That's what makes the company successful. Well, at this point, Angelo, we play this little game and we guess who is going to be Monday's 20 Things You Don't Know About Me. We encourage viewers to take a guess by either tweeting me at @JustKristi or tweeting the Times Union at Times Union or commenting on the Times Union's Facebook on this video. I have on good authority that you may be able to guess Monday's person, and most people don't get it right. So if you do, that will be pretty impressive.
That'll be good for me. Let's check it out.
Good for you. You'll get accolades. All right. So here are the 3 clues. The first one is I was Katharine Hepburn's publicist for her autobiography. When the publisher I worked for decided not to put her picture on the cover of the paperback edition, I was sent to her townhouse to break the news, and that did not go over well with Miss Hepburn. Okay, number 2, I have an odd love affair with cars. Over the years, I've owned various Porsches, a Hummer H1, a McLaren, a first-generation Prius, and a 1980 Lincoln Town Car. I am proof that you are certainly not what you drive. And this is the last one, and this is the one that I think, if you don't know yet, that this should help you. My restaurant is in what was once an abandoned building. I bought the building for $21,000 and I was my own general contractor until the restaurant opened, and then I became the executive chef. And all right, I'm going to give you one more hint. Her restaurant is in Schenectady's Little Italy.
Oh, I definitely know that.
Who is it?
Parekas.
Yes, it is. It's Maria Papa and it's Parekas. See, I was going to hold out.
Her and I have done a lot together. I didn't know about all those other things though, but I know her very well. She's out doing cooking shows all the time, and she's an incredible person. Gives back a lot to the community like we do. And
that's why it's called 20 Things You Don't Know About Me. See, I just gave you 3 things that you
Those
didn't
are
know about
secrets I
her.
had no idea about, right? Except the last one, right?
Well, that's why I threw in I held the Schenectady's Little Italy out of the clue to see if you would know. Well, thank you so much, Angelo, for joining us. This will be available, streaming on our website and on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter channels. And then Maria's 20 Things You Don't Know About Me will be on timesunion.com at 7 a.m. on Monday morning. Thank you so much, and good luck with everything. I'm glad to see you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being on again. It's great to see you.
You too.
I haven't seen you in 6 years.
I know, since my baby shower, which you showed up to, which is a perfect.
I remember.
You are active in your business.
All right. Thank you, Kristi.
Bye, Angela.